What's up, YouTube? Back again in the kitchen. Welcome to the asylum. Still in the same apartment, still looking to move, still planning to move. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I need a kitchen with a big island and room to move, but for right now we work in this small space. So like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep pumping these videos out, both meal prep, day in the life. It''ll throw some training videos in there. Drop it in the comments what you'd like to see, what would help you. We try to keep it functional. I mean, the life of a bodybuilder isn't too exciting, especially mine, but try to show you more stuff throughout the year. Gonna make a pre-workout meal, so I'm training legs today. I took 6 days off recently, completely from the gym. I was absolutely smashed with fatigue, and I was losing sleep. Appetite took a hit, so those are all my cues to pull back. So I trained Thursday. Today's Saturday when we're filming this. Friday's my normal leg day, but I had 2 guys competing in Junior USAs, so that's on the other side of the country for me, which means I had to be up at 2 a.m. with them and then just kind of tend to them all day. So I pushed legs till today, and then now I'm going to be back into my full training routine as of today. So pre-workout meal, it's pretty simple. Chicken, rice, and almond butter, but you guys like to see it, so let's show you. As you can see, I have to cook chicken. This is probably the last of it. Had a question on the podcast recently about how important your routine and your mindset towards your routine is towards your bodybuilding goals. And this can actually apply to the lifestyle clients as well. You don't have to be a competitive bodybuilder to take this information. Your routine's everything. So for me, my routine, I have to make sure that I have all my things that I need. So my chicken's gone. I have chicken twice a day, so I absolutely have to cook chicken today now to make sure I have chicken for the next 4 to 5 days. But I buy up my chicken in bulk from Costco, and I put it in my freezer, which you guys have seen because I took you on the Costco video trip. Which you haven't seen that one, it's in the YouTube, check it out. But I buy chicken in bulk, so it's always frozen. So throughout the week, I have to keep an eye on how much chicken is in this container. How many days do I think that is? How many days is it going to take to thaw 12 breasts? So it's always a game of making sure. It's like an assembly line in here. I have to make sure I'm on top of everything. And that's what you have to do too if your goals matter to you. You know, the idea of like, oh, my chicken's gone, I gotta just go eat out today, and I'm gonna replace that meal later that has chicken with, you know, takeout or chicken from the store or chicken from Popeyes or whatever. Like, that won't work for me and my goals. That won't help my gut, and it won't help you towards your goals. So the topic of mindset and routine and preparation is it's one I could go on for hours, because in my opinion, a good bodybuilder is an organized bodybuilder, and as a coach, a good client is an organized client. You know, every now and then in a blue moon, maybe you run out of something and you're in a pinch and you got to do something different, but that should be a learning curve for you to correct. You know, why did I run out of this? What do I need to do differently with my prep work to make sure that that doesn't happen? You're always able to improvise, adapt, and overcome when you're put in a situation, but you should also, you know, assess your systems and make the changes necessary. So, you know, excuses never fly with me as a coach. They never fly with me personally. Like, I won't internally allow myself to make excuses. I'm really hard on myself when it comes to that stuff, and I think you have to be if you have a goal that's worth achieving to you. So this meal is very basic. Chicken, which I'm reheating right now. Rice, which you guys have seen in previous videos. This rice cooker is always on. It's either cooking rice or It's on Keep Warm and there's rice made. This is a pretty expensive one. It's a Zoji Rushi brand off Amazon. Because of how much rice I eat a day, the cheap rice cookers aren't going to do it for me, so I invested in this after my last one died. And this, I can put 4 3/4 cups of dry jasmine in here, and with 5 cups of water. Press a button, I walk away, and it beeps and lets me know when it's done. And I will eat some questionable rice if it comes down to it, but I am pretty bougie with my rice, so if I don't like the look of the rice that's left over, I might toss it and just make new rice. But since I eat so much rice, like on training days, it's 1,800 grams of rice a day on my training days, so there's really never a lot that has to go to waste, because I mean, I have to cook rice at least once a day. So the rice is portioned out. It's 400 grams. That's my pre-workout. This meal also has a treat with it. Dates. Full transparency, I hate dates. Dom puts them on my plan, but and I just do what I'm told. They're not bad once you've eaten them for a while, but they're kind of like weird texture. But the benefit of these is they're super calorically dense. Like, you know, only 6 or 7 of these gets me another 55 grams of carbs, which to get that with more rice would be like 200 more grams of rice. So when we think food volume and, you know, functional, I wouldn't be able to train with a full stomach like that. So again, I'm in full-blown off season. My calories are pushing 7,000 a day right now. So little tricks like this where you can add another 50 grams of carbs and it's really not a ton more volume are necessary. Plus they're a good source of fiber. You know, fiber has numerous benefits which are important not only to bodybuilders but everybody on planet Earth. So what's new? Not a lot. Same stuff. Bodybuilding. Training, had a very good training block recently. That's what led to the 6 days off. So on a little side note, while this chicken still cooks, I have learned for me that 5 weeks of training hard, all out, every set to failure, if I take the 6th week and scale back, pull my volume down, nothing to failure for about 5 sessions, that keeps me in a groove to where I don't need to deload like I just had to, where I needed 6 days off. And when I say needed, it was like if I kept training, I probably would have gotten sick. Like I was starting to get swollen glands in the throat where you swallow and you're like, am I sick or is my mouth just dry? Why does that hurt when I swallow? But it was simply just from being overtaxed, and my sleep took a hit during that period, and I was super behind on work. So it made sense to take the time off, focus on other things, and just let stress and fatigue drop off. But I don't have to do that when I do what I just mentioned, where I train hard for 5 weeks, I intentionally pull that 6th week back, and I'm still training hard, I'm still going to the gym, I'm still showing up, I'm not taking any days off. So I'm not having to take extra days off when I do that system I just mentioned. So that's what I've learned works for me. I encourage you to figure out what works best for you. Don't just take what I said and do it. But you know, after years and years and years of doing this, I can do that and not have an emotional tie to it. Be like, you know what, it's been 5 weeks. I know I'm capable to keep pushing like I just did, but that's gonna get me to a situation to where I need almost a week off from even going to the gym just because I'm so beat up. Chicken's done. Chicken portions, 8 ounces. And the almond butter. So I have 25 grams of almond butter, Barney butter as it's called. I always get smooth. I don't like nutty, crunchy, anything. Key here, no added sugar or salt. I like the ingredients to just be almonds. And some of you are watching this and wondering why I'm putting almond butter in my chicken and rice. I've done this for years. I've done it with beef and rice. I don't know if it's a bodybuilding thing, and it's just something that you get used to over time, or you get used to these weird food combinations, but I love it. And how else would I have almond butter with this meal? Would I just eat it by itself? Would I put it on the dates? Like, there's no other way. So if you're somebody watching and you're like, what the hell is he doing? Try it. I guarantee you'll like it. Pre-workout meal has more salt than all the other meals, 3/4 of a tablespoon. So you guys know I measure my salt like this. This is how I do every single meal, every single day. That's the entree. Now for the dessert. So somewhere around 64, 65 grams of dates gets me the carb total that I need. These are pitted, which means they don't have the stem thing in the middle. So if you don't get pitted dates, there's going to be a little hard piece in the middle. So don't bite down on that or it will hurt. I did it once. So this is my pre-workout meal. I need at least an hour to get this down, or after I eat this, before I train, because it is pretty dense. And on my leg day, I have a really large intra-workout, which will show you that too. Intra-workout. So first step is the water. This kind of makes me feel like I'm a bartender when I do this. I don't know why, but I do it every time I make an intra-workout. That's the highlight of my day. 3 of these is my intro, so that's 48 ounces. So this is why I have to make sure that meal is not too close to the workout, because that's a lot of water just by itself, but with all the products going in it too, it makes it thicker. I'll get to the pre-workout in just a second, but first up, gear, essential amino acids. You've heard me talk about them before. So on a leg day, the intra looks a little different. So this is almost like a 7th meal. It is a 7th meal because of how potent it is. So we're gonna go 2 scoops of that guy. Blue raspberry on the flavor because I love blue raspberry, and it mixes well with the intra or the workout that I use. That's for later. Glutamine. Again, I use more glutamine in the intra on leg days. Looking for around 4 scoops or 20 grams, which is pretty close right there. So normally it would be like 2 scoops or 10 grams. Creatine. This one's not super dosed or anything. 2 scoops, which is about 8 grams of creatine. I throw a 1/4 teaspoon of salt into my intra as well, just to help with the pump. 1/4 teaspoon is plenty, guys. You don't need to go crazy. My EAA's gear also has a hydration complex, so there's salt in that too. True Nutrition, Dante Trudell's brand, someone who is very influential on my bodybuilding and my health supplementation. I use his company when I can. No codes, no sponsor. I just support good companies and I support good people. So taurine's 1 scoop. and now the carbs. So not really going to promote the brand, but I just use for me, I need cyclic dextrin, which is what we have here. Carbolin. So again, my intra workouts are very, very packed full on leg days. 140 grams of carbs is the goal. 130 to 140. Sometimes when you gotta finish a jug, you're gonna do more. So that's why that meal has to be further away, and that's why this is a 7th meal, because it's so packed. 20 grams of EAAs, 140 grams of carbs. So that's the intra. My goal with my intra workout is to start drinking it. As soon as I start warming up, I'll just sip on it, and then try to get it done by 2/3 of the way through the training. Not gonna lie, on leg days, sometimes it's tough to drink because you're fighting that vomit feeling, but I usually get it down no problem. Now for the pre, so you guys know my pre-workout of choice. If you've seen my latest YouTube videos, Mind FK, nootropic, so there is no caffeine in this. Technically there's like a caffeine derivative, so is it truly stimulant free? Technically no, but it doesn't have the caffeine that you're used to. So great focus, great pumps. I've taken this on off days just to help focus on work. So I'm really pleased with this product. You know, I've been taking pre-workouts for, you know, almost 20 years now, and once you've had one pre, you've kind of had them all type thing. You know, there's definitely ones that are much better, and there's ones that are much worse. And I can say that, you know, once I started using this, I did notice a difference in my training and just my overall daily mood, because I feel it past my workout too. I don't get the jitters, I don't get the trembling and the excessive sweating that comes with high stim pre's, for me anyway. So plus, you know, to get all the food I need to get down, I can't be cranking stimulants and caffeine and doing anything that's going to slow down my appetite. So you know, outside of maybe 1 serving of cold brew a day, I have no stimulants in my day to day. In a contest prep, that would be very different, but you know, when I'm slugging down almost 7,000 calories, I can't, because caffeine does suppress my appetite. Some people can eat on it. I'm not one of those. If I drink a coffee in the morning, I could go till 3 in the afternoon without wanting to eat. So that's the pre-workout. That'll get sipped on the way to the gym. And that's what a day looks like. So I'm gonna smash this meal. You guys are gonna like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all the feedback we get. Sometimes I take breaks from YouTube just because it does become, it's like a job at sometimes, and I don't like it to feel like that. I do enjoy YouTube. It allows me to be creative. KJ is more creative than me, obviously. I just stand here and talk, but let us know what you want to see. Drop in the comments below. Tommy Stiles, until next time, we're out of here.